Second
Let
round.
me say you don't talk in my.
It's released.
Oh,
The man is so
greed.
Yes.
Whenever we talk about it,
Man did the sense on me.
now you man is so
It's a village. I'm not brilliant to be female for so long.
You are released. Right now, Chelsea, it's not a problem yet. So I'm monitoring. I'm monitoring. Can easily shift. Yeah, can easily shift. So you guys get back on track. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem, eh?
Welcome back to the VAR podcast. It was an exciting weekend. We've got a lot to talk about today. But first off, a special thanks to our subscribers and to St. Andrew's Pub and Barchen. We were down there this weekend watching the games. They were excellent hosts. So thank you to them. All right.
How many do we have now? How many subscribers do we have?
Yes, we hit 2,000.
Oh, nice.
Over the
Let's
weekend.
Go, guys.
So,
Go.
yeah.
Let's go. 2K, 2,000 building. Let's go. 2K.
All right. So we had some good games this weekend. We had Liverpool and Everton, Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester City. So let's start it off with the first game Saturday morning, the Liverpool game. Manuel, what are your thoughts? Thoughts on that game?
Well, first of all, I think it was an easy game. Liverpool made it to be very difficult because they had everything in their favor. They started off leading 2-0, and they had Everton come back and give them a fight the last 10 minutes of the game. So I feel like it was supposed to have been an easy win for Liverpool, but the coach is still gambling because having West play up front with Szoboszlai and all those players, I feel like he needs to be able to find a balance. Because with players like Ugo Ekitike, who's very strong up front, the coach could make a better choice by having him start up front and play behind in front of Szoboszlai, and that way West could play on the wing. But he keeps having West play up front and have all the players all run into each other. So, but the good thing is that Everton had a great game. I think they had a great game. They came back, they fought. I think it's a local derby, right? That's a local derby game. It's a local derby game. So Everton, most derby games is a game of pride. It's all about football. I feel like Everton, they fought for their pride, tried to bring down the Red Devils, not the Red Devils, bring down Liverpool, the Reds, and then, but again, Liverpool stood up tall and they were able to fight off the last minute comeback from Everton. But long story short, I think Liverpool had a well-deserved victory. But I'm waiting to see them against clubs like Chelsea and other big clubs to see how they would do.
Yeah, I thought that Everton had some really good defensive moments in the second half. Robert, let's hear your thoughts on how Liverpool did in that game.
You know now. Who is my team? It represents all the time. But I think that team now, there's so much firepower.
Right.
So much firepower, so many new faces. As a team, they are good, great players, but the gelling needs to happen. Exactly. So that takes time. And even for the coach, that man, he's a human being like everybody else. So he too, I'm sure he's trying to figure out the play style for each players, who works well together and things like that. So my fear is that so far we have been just struggling to edge and win games at the last minutes. And that's not sustainable.
Exactly.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's not. It's very uncomfortable. But it's my team still. I have faith. But down the road, the season is still early. This style is not going to, it's not going to sustain. So we need to figure something out really quick. What I think. But we have the firepower and another outcome. And we will do it.
What about the new guys? Tell me about Ekitike.
Ekitike, like I was telling Cliff earlier, I feel like he has extra motivation to prove himself. Because, yes, he's up against Isak. He's up against Isak, and Isak is a beast.
And he didn't play on Saturday, right?
He didn't play.
He did.
Was he in?
Okay. He's not playing full games. But he's a beast. And Ekitike knows that. By the time Isak comes back 100%, that guy's going to be on the bench. So he has to prove himself. He has to make himself relevant now so that when that time does come, people will miss him and say, well, get this guy back in the pitch.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the extra motivation he has right now, and he's doing quite well with that. So kudos to him. Let him keep it up.
Awesome. All right, let's move on to very interesting game. Manchester United, Chelsea. Cliff, what are your thoughts on Chelsea's performance?
I mean, after you guys, Club World Cup champions, I don't know. But
All champions.
maybe that's a close you guys inherited, because even before that competition, if anybody could vouch that Chelsea was going to win, I think nobody would bet on Chelsea to win that competition, but they did. So it's just, I think after that, you guys came back to your normal Chelsea type of way, you know.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I heard you say before the game that your money was on Chelsea.
Yeah.
That the lineup they had, that Man U didn't stand a chance.
And I gave my lineup, and the coach
The lineup
up.
didn't even get a chance.
Yeah, he didn't even have a
Exactly.
chance.
They didn't even have a chance.
The coach messed it up. Like, seriously, I mean, United went a player down. This guy was out. Tornado engine. Your entire engine, you're supposed to win the game with that guy on the pitch.
Mhm.
You're supposed to win the game with Pedro Neto on the pitch, even if it's 11 against 11. Then there's one man down and you're taking out Pedro Neto. It doesn't even make any sense. You know, and Cole Palmer has not been 100% for like 2 games in a row. So there was no need experimenting him to start that game when you know he wasn't 100%. It's not like you have that depth now. Jesse has that luxury now. You know, so I found no reason why he had to play Cole Palmer in that game to begin with. The subs he did just gave Manchester United the game, like, for real. And we're talking about Manchester United and you being the favorite going to their stadium, you know. That's how much confidence people had in you to go win the game.
Yeah.
But then he messed up. I don't know, he was thinking too much. I just think he was thinking too much for the game.
He dug a hole that seemed impossible for them to get out of.
A great win, though. It's a game of football, you know. People make mistakes to win the game. Red cards are part of the game, you know, bad substitutions and, you know, bad strategies all part of the game. So I wouldn't discredit Manchester United for their win at all. So, please, Chelsea, it's a wake-up call for you guys.
All right, Dan, I know you've been waiting for this moment. It was a good weekend for you. Thoughts on how Man U did?
Yes. Look, and I tell you what, all of a sudden they're making excuses for Chelsea. You know, Cleve said all what he said. I didn't hear him congratulate Manchester United on a good win.
Just did. I said it would win.
No, that was
Just did.
No, that was after making excuses for Chelsea. They lost. World champions fell.
I criticized them before talking. I'm like,
Hey, man.
I did.
Hey, man.
I always find that balance. I'm not biased.
No, I agree.
You know.
Even my big brother here, he's been beating Manchester United down, you know, and I hope today he will give those guys the credit that they deserve.
Well, no.
You know, because
because I don't know if Manchester United played better or Chelsea was just bad.
we have 3 points.
I don't know.
Anyway, to make my point is, right, world champions went down. I was waiting for this podcast. It's been a week now, and wanted to appear and give my thoughts.
Yeah, over your win,
Yeah.
wearing a Dortmund shirt.
No, it's
That's how much you love your club.
It's okay.
Chelsea definitely went down. I'm not sure if Chelsea took themselves down, though, or if Manchester United took them down. But
Hey, at the end of the day, we can only beat what we have in front of us.
yeah,
10 man, 8 man, 6 man, it does not matter. We can only, even if it was 11, we'll just beat what is in front of us at the end of the day. So it's not our fault. Robert Sanchez, I don't know what he smoked that day. But I think the pressure of Old Trafford was coming down on him. So I guess he wanted to intervene, prevent a goal, and actually made it worse. It was a good game, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Going into that game, I felt like Manchester United, they were the underdogs, right? Playing at home. And just so happened that that Sunday, the boys were on their game. And, even when the game was 11 against 11, we were pressing Chelsea. We came out like guns blazing, like pushing. They did not come out and then, try to, hold like a backline or pack the balls or anything. They were going toe to toe with Chelsea. And then it just so happened within 5 minutes, right? We had, Locke was on our side, and, Robert Sanchez, again, thanks to him. I mean, I'm not going to say he's the reason why we won the game, the pressure, right? Chelsea was, I'm not sure. The coach himself, I'm not even sure what the coach was doing.
So aside from Chelsea and what they maybe didn't do so well, what do you feel like made the difference for Man U in that game? Because, like you said, their offense came out strong. What lit that fire for them? What was working that allowed them to capitalize on those offensive opportunities?
I feel like the manager's back is against the wall now, right? Because if we had lost that game, right, it will be 5 games in, 4 points, right? If we had lost that game against Chelsea, right, and that will be pressure mounting on the manager, right? Because people keep talking about his tactics, the style of play, and the team losing games. And I just feel like the manager himself knew there was a lot on the line, and the guys themselves knew that they had to respond from that Chelsea defeat. There was no way we were going to that Manchester City defeat. It was a really heavy defeat, so there was no way we were going to go, 2 games back to back, losing points. So I'm sure they just came out and was like, you know what, we're just going to give it our all, go toe to toe with Chelsea, and we came out victorious. So, and I just, we deserve the credit. We can only beat what's in front of us. I'm just saying, 10 man, 11 man, 12 man. We can only beat what's in front of us, and we did the most important thing. Took 3 points.
Yeah, they got the 3. Whatever they were doing that was working for them. Hopefully, they can keep. Or talk about. There was.
I don't get to comment on Chelsea game.
Oh, you want to talk about Chelsea?
We talked about Manchester United for 2 hours.
All right, fine.
I didn't comment about Liverpool. Why are you so hyper?
Okay.
Talk about
that's fair.
Talk about Chelsea game. Release your stress.
All right.
Release your stress.
Yes.
Release your stress. World champions.
I just want to put it out there that today PSG lost to Marseille 1-0. Marseille beat PSG. PSG, they were voted the best club in the world, the Ballon d'Or. They had Dembele, the Ballon d'Or player of everything of the year. But today they lost to Marseille. So it's a sport. You win and you lose. Chelsea, the world champion, will beat PSG 3-0 a couple of weeks ago or months ago. It doesn't take away anything from PSG or from Chelsea. It's a game that you play on that day. But the day against Manchester, they were not the better team. They were the lucky team. Because clearly, they are not better than Chelsea, right? But they were good enough on that day that Sanchez couldn't keep himself calm. The coach panicked. Like Lord Cliff said, for me, the biggest thing was the coach panic. I watched the game in real time. We're all there at the bar. I mean, the coach panic. I feel like if you're giving that squad a little bit of time, would have come back and probably win the game. I'm not exactly sure why he was panicking and everything. And he took out all our players, took out Estevao, took out Pedro Neto, took out everybody, then brought in defenders that couldn't do anything. You just kept piling the burden on the defense. But overall, it's a good game. I expect it to be a long road to success. It's going to be cavalry. Like Chelsea, we're used to this. We're used to working hard and doing the long road to success. We have the 12 steps to victory. We'll take our time, we'll lose our games, but we'll come back strong and better. There's no way anybody will ever rate Manchester United better than Chelsea, any scenario. But for the last 20 years in England, been a better team by all measurable standards. So it's just a good day for Man U. I give it to Man U, right? So it's not a big deal. It's sport. It was a good day for Man U. They had the 3 points. I'm waiting for them back at Stamford Bridge. Hopefully, I know they're out of the Carabao Cup because they lost to Grimsby. But I won't bring that against them. But hopefully, we'll play back the return leg in Stamford Bridge. Then we'll have a fair game and Chelsea will bounce back for sure.
Yeah, I do think it'll be interesting to see that game.
That Grandom.
Second round.
Let me see. You don't talk in my.
He's relieved.
Mm-hmm.
The man is relieved. Yes.
Whenever we talk about it,
Man did the sense on me.
now you man is
No, it's just a village. Female. I'm not brilliant to be female for so long.
You are relieved. Right now, Chelsea, it's not a problem yet. So I'm monitoring. I'm monitoring. Can easily shift. Yeah, can easily shift. So you guys get back on track. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem, eh?
Well, let's see the next game. We're good.
Yeah. All right. Arsenal, Man City. Robert, let's get your thoughts on that. And I'm interested to hear what you think the issue was. Arsenal waited a long time to get on the board.
Well, first of all, let me put this out there. I don't like Man City. Let me put this out there. So I was happy that at least Arsenal could come back and do something.
Yeah.
Now, Arsenal. I enjoyed the game. It was an interesting game. It was entertaining for me. I don't know what the issue was because I feel like they had chances.
They did, and they even made some offensive changes. So they took out Madueke.
Chelsea reject.
But still Saka didn't score.
Well, again, like we're saying on the phone.
Put in Eze.
Why did they wait that long? To start
exactly.
Eze.
Exactly.
See, he gave that assist for the equalizer.
Yeah,
so if he had more play time, what else could he have done?
Exactly.
Got this strike too that was saved by the keeper, man. From
there was a lot of really close calls.
Strike that was. I thought it was a goal.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe next time, maybe they'll start him earlier.
And you were saying that's the second goal Martinelli has scored late in the game.
Sorry, come again.
Martinelli, he score
Martinelli,
another
midweek Champions League game.
Yeah.
He came in as a sub for Eze,
yeah,
and he scored the goal. Again, that's the thing about having squad depth, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have that luxury of changing players and bringing people in, and they could be game changers. Like that's what Arteta has for the first time in 7 years of being a coach, 6 years of being a coach at Arsenal. He has squad depth. Like he has Martinelli, he has Trossard, he has Eberechi Eze, that he could bring them in to be game changers. For a long time, he didn't have that luxury. So my hope is that now they could leverage that luxury and make a good change and bring those players in a timely manner, such that they will not be the side chick of the Premier League anymore. They won't continue to be the side chick of the Premier League, or be the bridesmaids and not getting married. They should be able to win a trophy with all that squad depth, because that's one thing Chelsea has done very well. Last year we had a very good squad depth. We had a whole different team for the Conference League, a whole different team for the Premier League, different team for the World Cup, everything. So we are able to leverage all our players, give everybody playing time, and then get to win trophies. So I feel like for Arsenal, the coach needs to learn how to leverage those players and use them. That's because they have Noneri, they have the guy from Chelsea, Madueke, they have Eze, should be able to leverage that and be able to use all of them as needed.
This is the season for Arsenal. Quite honest.
Season.
Wait now, I don't see them winning it. But I say if they have a chance.
Let me break down this nonsense.
If they have a chance. No, they have.
Let me break down this nonsense.
No. If they have to win it, it will be this season. For me.
See,
it's my opinion. But I don't see them winning it because my team is going to win it still. It's my opinion. I mean, the season is still young. Still have a long way to go. But I feel like they have the tools.
Liverpool and Liverpool hate right now.
No. It's just opinion.